Okay, I believe that's good. Alright, I still have to make a tweet. I actually have to open Spotify as well. I haven't even... Uh, um... Yeah, I'll just play this for now. Alright, that seems fine. Oh. Alright, and I just need to tweet as well. Just a second. Okay, cool. And now we open Game Maker. Okay. So I haven't really figured out how I want to style the dialogue system yet, but I'm gonna start by just trying to make, like, just have it working is essentially the idea. But I'm also just trying to figure out how I would do that. I'm thinking I basically just introduce a new boolean. Yeah. So I need to have like a timer paused thing. Then we'd copy this. Just like that. Or I guess I'd set it to not time paused. So that when it is paused, it'll be 0. When it's not paused, it'll be 1. Okay. So then we could just make it so that whenever a boss is spawned, we set this to be true. We can see if that'll work. It's gonna take a little bit to compile. Okay. So this should make it so that regular attacks still work. Yep. Then if I go... Oh god. If I go over to like Chubb, for example. Yeah, she'll just come in and wait. That's a good sign. Although I am thinking... Only problem with that is then if you were to die or something, then it would never set boss dialogue to unpause, so... I forgot exactly which command it is that resets that. Might have to follow it from the player script. Oh god. Okay, so it sets alarm 0. Okay, so it should be go to main menu. Okay. Yeah, here it is. Alright, and now we have to make the rest of the dialogue system. Lovely. So I'm thinking we just make a new object. That should make it nice and simple. So then we'd need like a list of text. So then we just add whatever text we want to that. So I guess, you know, first order of operations is to just test some stuff. We do this. So then you'd have to have like a text progress, which is like how it counts out the letters. Yep. Got a Discord ping. Oh. We'll set the text speed to 15 by default. Just like, how many characters a second? I'm gonna have to look into how I would make this change dynamically, though. Because I want to be able to do cool things with the text. So, like, I don't know. May need to look into, like, a tutorial for that. But we'll just deal with this for now. Yeah. Okay. Although I do think it'd also be nice to have, like, portraits. Right. Oh. So I guess... I think that's good enough for now. Oh, I guess we'd need, like, text string as well. Just an empty string to actually show. Ah, but then we'd also need... I'm realizing, like, how many things this would need. So, like, we also need a box width. Which is, like, how much of the screen want this to take up. Then, like, a box height, of course. I think that's probably fine. Yeah. I think that's good for now. Probably. Yeah, I don't think there's going to be a point to defining where the text box appears for now. We'll see. Gonna save this. Alright. Alright, we have new draw code. So I might actually just quickly copy over all of this. Just so we have a reference of it all. Oh, we'd also need padding. That's a good point. Box padding equals, like, you can have it be 12 by default. See if that's alright. We'd also need to have this. Okay. So then the first thing we need to do is calculate the position to display the string at, which would be like, I guess, box width. It would be like room width divided by 2 minus box width divided by 2. Yeah. Okay. Let me just put brackets to be safe. I feel like that's probably a simpler way to express this, but I'm not bothered for now. Guess we'd need to add the padding as well. Makes sense. Ah, but this is where it would be nice to have like a box Y. Just so that we have like a base place to put it. Actually want this. Back at it? Yep. I'm back at it and trying to make dialogue. That is kind of a pain. It's gonna be a lot of programming. That's alright. Believe in me, that's gonna be derp dialogue and boxes and stuff. Yeah, hopefully. Currently, I don't really have anything to show for it, but hopefully soon. I'm just trying to figure out this. Okay. How about I just do this from the beginning? Rome wasn't built in a day. Fair enough. Yeah. I guess it'd be box Y minus like the box height divided by 2? Yeah, and then we'd add a padding back onto this. I believe this should be correct. So then we do like We need to set the draw modes first, I guess. Oh, draw set font. Do I have like a default font? I typically use, I don't know. I don't name my fonts very well. This one's literally just called font underscore text. Whatever that means. Then we just do draw text extended. Variable names are sometimes the best we can do. Yeah. Alright. So we've got. So we have like the X and Y. Got the text string. I guess the separation. Is that like a get font height? Hang on. Would it be like get font? Like draw? Maybe like draw text? Something? I don't know. How big is this font? Oh. I just pulled it up. It's 16, so it should be, I guess like 18 is a safe font height. Font height. Then width would be box width minus the padding. Should be correct. Guess comment all of this. Position. Starting height. And we'd actually draw the text. I'm commenting. Yeah. I don't know. The thing with like a lot of my previous code is I like wouldn't do that, and so a lot of it is kind of a mess. Like if I go to God, what is it? Like even if I go to the spawner, the the code for bosses in this game is an absolute nightmare. Like already this is just a lot. Then this is like a basic bullet pattern. But if I go to a boss, it's even worse. Yeah, so like this is a boss script right here. So it's just got like all of this shit. And like, yeah, it's like literally from like that to... Or is it like here? It's just all uncommented code. And it's a nightmare. So proud of me. Uh, yeah. Yeah, it's very rough. It's kind of one of the reasons why I want to just be finished with this game at this point. Like, I want to just have the final update out of the way so that I can move on to projects that I can be, like, better at organizing. Yeah, the boss card is a nightmare for sure. I have since learned. I have learned from my mistakes. So it's kind of just what happens when you release a fast game and then it's just rough. Yeah. Sort of learn as you go. Alright. Go progress dialogue. So then we do like dialogue speed. Text speed. I guess it'd be, yeah, it'd be that divided by like the room speed. It should just be 60 all the time, but just in case. Find progress rate, I guess. I guess I already commented that for this. Plus equals dialogue speed. Text string. I guess we'd need like a dialogue index. Oh. I realize that Spotify has gone to something else, but I could just play this. Yeah, alright. Table to go back to? Wait, you like what? What I do? Oh. Oh. No bad songs, you like all music? Yeah. Well, it did autoplay to one from this playlist, so it'll actually go back to that soon. Yeah, I just figured I'd start like the actual playlist for that. Anyway. Um so yeah, then we'd need to find like the text position. I'll add that at like the bottom here. I guess be like text list position. Talking about a dialogue table. Yeah, I don't know if I have like a dialogue table per se. It's kind of tough to do tables in Game Maker, but or at least in Game Maker 1. I don't know. Currently I just have it in a list. So yeah. Should be sufficient for now. But we'll just comment this quickly. we'd get... So we'd get the text at the position, and we would, like, copy only a certain amount of that. Yeah, so this command can, like, return only a certain amount. I forget what index does there. Is that... Okay, it's... I got it. 1 plus... Guess we do floor this. We'd get text to display. Well, like a list or database or anything to go back to. Database probably not needed for a bullet hell. Yeah. More as a phrase. Yeah. Fair enough. So we'd progress text. Yeah. So I think for now that should be sufficient if I just comment all of this out. Oh, whoops. Ugh. I just had that all up there for reference. Oh, yeah, and this is the song from earlier. So then I just need to make it actually spawn that. This is kind of just a rough way of doing this. I'll move this to a better system later. Oh. Alright, we'll see how this goes. Yeah, it's back. Indeed. Alright. Then we can go like here. Oh, okay. There it is. Now, just make it actually... Might be helpful to have like a background to it. It's probably kind of quick to do. This is all gonna be for text. Let's do like background. Oh. Background. Then we do... Okay, I think I'm just gonna add a box X here as well. Just for easy reference. Which will just be the middle of the room by default. Yeah, I think it's a good idea for just keeping things a bit cleaner. Then we can just remove this as well. Then we'd set like a color, so we'll just have it black by default. Let's draw set color. We draw a rectangle. This would be kind of set this up in an annoying way where I have to find like half of the box. Wondering if I should have done this differently. I mean, okay, I suppose I could make it so that we basically just have this, like we halve it by default, so we don't have to constantly be re-halving it. So even though it's technically not the real box width, just helps keep things cleaner again. I think that's fair enough. But then we have this issue. But now we have to times it by 2 here. Although I think this should be the only place where it would be needed. So... what the heck is this? Oh. Right, because I haven't closed this yet. Seems reasonable. Waterfall of changes seems short in this case. Yeah. I think drawing the text would be the only place where it would be better to use like the real width, where it's like, because the way that it's set up to prevent me having to like divide it by 2 every time, instead of it being like the real width, it's just like half of the width, so it's however far away from its like draw position on either side, instead of like the entire width. Which I think is going to be easier for doing a lot of this sort of rectangle stuff. So now here I only need to just negate the width and height. Or like add it. Maybe I explained that poorly, but I don't know. Makes sense? Oh, okay, good. I wasn't sure if I was clear about that. Just waiting for RBS. Okay. Okay. I see. So I've made the dialogue box a bit too... or I guess like the text would probably need to be bigger, if anything. Had to close for a second and come back to chat first in the app. Ah. Yeah, that's rough. I don't know, I've never used the like the Twitch app. I usually just view on desktop, to be honest. So yeah. Alright, let's see. So I also have like a text medium, which might be better. Let's text big. Hang on, let's try setting this. Usually do, but you gotta do stuff today. Ah, yeah, that makes sense. I feel like I'm missing a step here. I don't know. For now, I think it's fine. Watching as you do stuff around? Ah, fair enough. So I guess the next thing I want to do is I want to make it so that it actually can progress through the list. I want to have like a really large string just to make sure that it's actually going. I want to make sure that it actually wraps the text correctly. So I guess really, really long text that I will repeat. And I just copy this a bunch of times. Cool. And then we would have, I guess, an input. Like an input to actually go to the next bit of text. I think I'll just have that as like and be left by default. So the left mouse button, progress text. This is the way. Yeah. Even. Okay. So then. I guess I should set this to be a clamp. Text progress. Plus the dialogue speed. Then we clamp that between like a minimum, I guess, string length. I guess I should just get the string for easy reference. So instead of having to find it over and over again, just find it here and then reuse this. Probably a bit more efficient. So yeah, that should be a bit better. So then we can progress to the next dialogue. We can do if progress input, I believe that's what I called it. Yeah, progress input. Mouse check. Button released, I guess. If text progress, I'll do higher than or equals to just in case. Text is higher than or equal to string length. Gotta remember to comment stuff just to be thorough. Draw a background. Rectangle. I don't really need to comment that though, it's self-explanatory. Okay. Then we would do, I guess, a reset. Every time I comment, I get a gold star. Damn. Yeah, I don't know, trying to form good habits. And we do... God, so we'd basically need to set this back to 0. I'll put this in a script later as well, probably. Like reset progress. Then we would add one to this. Next position in the list. I think for now that would be enough. Well, I am also thinking, because if there isn't that entry in the list, then that could be a problem. So then we check. We would check how many entries we have in this list. If text list. God, what is it? It's like DS list length, I believe. List. What is it? Size, that's it. DS list size. If the DS list size is... God. Be... like less or greater than the current position? Just trying to think this out. Because if you have one list entry, this would return 1. So then, yeah, it'd have to be greater. I believe this should be correct. Get valid list entry. Yeah. Okay. The tragedy of Mobile is that you can't read much. Just support me without much context. I mean, I appreciate it. Alright. So now I should be able to actually... Okay, so if I click by default... Oh. Okay, that's an issue. Alright, what did I do wrong? I believe it's just here. Ugh. I always hate working with list sizes. It's like 3. So would I just reverse this? If it's less than... Maybe I'd even just take away the equals. Whatever, I'm just gonna try it. I can't even be bothered to do the logic. I'm just gonna test it until it works. Yeah, it disappeared. I messed up. That's why that happened. Okay. So if I click and it's not done, it won't progress it. Okay, so it does wrap correctly. That's good. Okay, and now this is where it does some weird shit. Hmm. So I think it would be less than or equal. Yeah, that's some positive. It still did crash though. Sort of an issue. Yeah, exactly. Once I fix the things that aren't working, everything will be working. It's a 50-50. It either works or it doesn't. Um, okay. So I think that should be correct now. And since this is basically just destroying it, we could spawn a timer paused equals false. So then we do... I want to make it so that you can, like, get the text to instantly render out if you click before it's done. Kind of like an Undertale thing if you press, like, X. So, text progress equals string length. Yeah. I think that makes sense. Yeah. I do also want to quickly make it less tall. Well, not less tall, but a bit lower on the screen. So then I believe it should now be set up so that, yep, it pauses. Whoa. That did not do what I expected it to. And now she starts attacking. That's good. Alright, good. So it's a bit scuffed, but it's more or less working how it needs to. Doghead, yes. Sir, I can actually... If I reset real quick. Yeah. Then there is lore. There is lore to this game. She is a Cerberus. Hence the dog heads. She basically uses them as like sock puppets. Yeah. So it's pretty cool. Um 9? Yeah, so that's her, that's Chubb. Um okay, so if I go dialogue. Oh, I see. I put this on the wrong if statement. I'm skipping this. Alright, what's next? Here we go. Okay. So set full progress, skip text progress, I guess I'd call this. Skip text progress. Should be... Yeah, I think that should be fine. Then we go over here. See if this works properly. Okay, yeah. So now I can skip the text if I need to. Alright. Oh. God, I suck. Suck at my own game. So, I believe the way I should probably have it is so that it only shows the dialogue if you're not in practice mode. Which I believe that's just... Yeah, that's just a boolean. I can check for this. So practice mode. So if the spawner is not in practice mode, equals 1. I guess we could just do that. Easy. A bit easier to write out. So create dialogue. No, I guess currently the only problem is I don't have a way to actually pass in unique text for each boss. So that's sort of the next thing to figure out. So now, if I go here, yeah, so she'll just start immediately. Good. Yeah, I'll just get out of this. But then if I actually go to, like, the round where she shows up, I can... Yeah, so now she shares the dialogue. That's good. I still think the dialogue box is a bit too tall, but... Like, honestly, I could just half this. Or, like, near half this. The good thing is that because I didn't hardcode all of this, I can just do that. That's nice. Just want to double check that I've used everything here. I think I might set it so that the text speed is a bit faster by default. Yeah, it is a really big box. That's probably unnecessary. I'm gonna put this a bit lower by default as well. Just to be sure. I believe I've... Oh, I forgot that I need to have portraits as well. Okay. That could be an issue. How big do I even want the portraits to be, though? I guess it would have to be... It would have to fit in the box, so... I wonder if 160 would be fine. So portrait size equals 160. Actually, no, I believe... Okay. I'm trying to think about this logically. So I guess the first thing I should do is increase the padding. Then I'd basically just have the portrait size be this. I think this currently makes sense. So it'd need to be 200 is like the total height of the box, and then minus 20 on both sides is 160. So I think that makes sense. Portrait size. Oh. X and Y. So then the text X would need to be quite a bit smaller. So it'd need to be plus the portrait size. Whoop. Portrait size. Plus padding times 2, I believe. I think that makes sense. And then we need to do this. Curious how to look. Yeah, it should hopefully allow for me to put their actual, like, portraits, because I want to have, like, back and forth dialogue, so it should allow me to clarify who is speaking, which would be good. That'd be cool and good. So then we do... Yeah, so it'd be minus portrait size. Yeah, okay. So then, just to test this, I want to have like a placeholder UI graphic to just basically take up the entire size of the portrait. Yeah, and people like portraits, exactly. Yep. I believe this won't show on the stream, so sorry about that. I think I can show this. Yeah. Although it always looks kinda odd because GameMaker is weird in that it considers these two different windows. I believe if I put this here, it'll be a bit more normal. Okay. And then we just... So I need to do that. This looks so shit though. Okay, that is even. Game Maker is interesting for sure, yeah. It is quite the program. So then now all I need to do is do portrait. We need to draw, draw sprite. We do portrait. Just do sub image 0 for now. So then it'd be box X minus the box width, so that's the left of the box. And then you do plus the padding, and then plus the portrait size divided by 2. And then I believe the Y should just be the center of the box, so we can just put that in there. Yeah. So now we can see if this is all positioned correctly. If it will ever load. It doesn't seem to want to right now. Alright. Finally loaded. Then, oh yeah, I need to actually go into a boss. Excuse me while I cheat with my development tools. Okay. So the game crashed. I know why though. So it's because I said portrait size. I missed an R. It's not portrait size, it's portrait. God damn it. Alright. Let's find all instances of portrait. We can replace all. I think that should be good. Alright, let's try that once more, but without portrait. Whoa. Oh. Okay. Okay, here we go. So yeah, it does have enough space for it. It's a little bit small, but... or a little bit big, actually. The dialogue box feels a bit small. So... I feel like... yeah, it's hard to say. I mean, if we put a border around this, it wouldn't feel as bad, I suppose. Just trying to think about how I would do this. Portrait box could be bigger than the text box. Oh yeah, sure. Oh, well, this is a bit of a problem. I just noticed that on this side it seems to not cut it off correctly. Hmm. Like, it seems to have less padding on this side, which is strange. That's odd. I need to test that again. So I'm gonna add a new bit of text that basically just tests this. By just having a bunch of L's. Like, just a bunch of really thin characters. To see, like, how far over the box it goes. Because I feel like this is just one of Game Maker's weird quirks with text. I don't think I put enough L's. Oh, okay, I did. Yeah, so it, for some reason, lets itself clip out like that. Did I remember... Oh, I think I know what I did wrong. So it's because I only negate the padding from it twice. Yeah, so basically it needs to account for padding between, like, the left of the portrait, the right of the portrait, and the right of the box in the text width calculation. So if I go here, yeah, so we would just set this to ×3, and that should be correct. Because on the horizontal, it needs to account for 3 spaces of padding. Oh. Alright. That seems better. So, like, I think maybe it looks a bit wider here just because it couldn't fit, like, another L. But it should make the dialogue look, like, a bit more normal. So I'm fine with that. I still need a sound for these, like, puppets just going. Yeah. I can't really get too distracted. So I will close this. Yeah, the borks. Exactly. They do bark when coming out, they just don't do anything when actually firing bullets, which is kind of strange. So what else? I mean, okay, so I feel like The portrait thing I could adjust for manually. I almost feel like it could be smaller. So if we shrink this to like 150, then we just... I hate the sprite editor in Game Maker. I realize I'm not showing it on screen either. It'll make sense in a second. Oh god. Whatever. I'm just gonna go with it as is. Also change the playlist. Jumping between a lot of different playlists today. Something I can... There we go. And then we go back to Game Maker. Oh. Okay. That's odd. I think I forgot to reset. Yeah, okay, I didn't center the sprite correctly. Easy fix. Okay. So then go here. Yeah, okay, so that looks a bit more normal. Just manually adjusting the size. I feel like I can live with that. I I love how I use the L's to test the dialogue system, but now it just looks like she's just shouting L at me a bunch of times. Damn. Alright. Take me out. So then, if I were to quickly just get a portrait, we can like copy this in. Yeah, catching L's even in the game, exactly. Yeah, so then I can just copy this over to... So we'll copy that over there. Like, share this. Okay. It overwrote my clipboard. Hang on. God damn it. Don't overwrite my clipboard. It sucks. I suppose I should get this slightly higher. Okay. We do this. There we go. Oh, well, it doesn't copy it over correctly, but we can just pretend that the rest of her is there. This is so scuffed. I mean, maybe we could make this a bit less stupid. Okay, never mind. There is no making this less stupid. We just kind of have to deal with it. Alright, let's run the game. The face is so smug. Yeah. You said pop portraits. Nice. Pop tarts. Yeah, she's kind of no thoughts head empty. A little bit. Then... like... do this. Yeah, so that'd look more normal if I could, you know, actually do this in a proper sprite editor. Probably could do that. Damn. Alright. Yeah, filled in it'd look pretty good. Exactly. Whoa. I got a bunch of Steam achievements. I realized what I did. I tried to take a screenshot because this is connected to Steam. I tried to take a screenshot, but I forgot that I set F12 to my reset achievement button. So it didn't take a screenshot. It just reset all of my achievements. So now it's just giving me a shit ton of them. Whoops. Okay, so I guess the last thing I kind of want to add here. I want to make it so that if the dialogue is over, it'll sort of have like a little indicator for that. Although that would kind of require me to make a sprite for it, but I'm down to quickly sprite that. Alright. It's time to quickly make a sprite. So I believe like 32 by 32 would probably be fine for this. I mean, possibly even smaller than that. Just trying to gauge like how big it would be on screen. Yeah. We'll have it like this for now. So then we basically just need like a mouse indicator sort of thing. Hmm. Then we do this. Sort of like round out. Round out this. we'd sort of, I guess. No, so not even like a placeholder. It's basically, I want to have like an icon, like showing you to, like, go to the next bit of dialogue. So I need like a mouse indicator. I think that's fine. Probably fine. Yeah, so then I forget like where exactly on the mouse a scroll wheel is technically meant to be. I think that might be a bit more accurate. Okay, then I would just squish this in, probably. Maybe more like this? That's better. I think that's good. I wonder if like this would be... Nah. It looks so good. How do I keep making it better? I mean, I'm trying to make it as good as I can. So, like, I could also use one other image as a reference for this. Technically, I already have a mouse icon in the game, but it's for something a lot more obscure. Like, a bit more obscure. Let me see if I can find this. Yeah, so if I load this is currently the icon for, I think it's for specials, I believe. Yeah, except I think it's the right mouse button that I use for this instead. But yeah, so I can kind of use that as a reference. Kind of similar already, but maybe like this? Eh, it's close enough. So then I could sort of do this. Like that. So then we do that. It's not exactly the same, but I don't know. It's close enough to have visual consistency. So then you just, oh, not continuous. You basically just highlight the one to press. Although I guess then you'd want to have it so that it flashes it slightly. So like that. Yeah, so it just sort of shows you, like, hey, the dialogue's over. You can click past it now. I think that makes sense. Then we just export this. I need to export it as PNG. Oh. Yep. Okay. So then take this back over to Game Maker. All right. So I believe I would put that in like UI. So I already have one called mouse, since it's this one that I showed earlier. So I guess I'd just call this mouse mini. Gonna quickly get water. Okay, so then we can import. Need to import both of these. Hang on. So I need to import both of these. There we go. Yeah. So I think that should be good enough. Then we would just center that, hide that. So then whenever the dialogue is finished, we can just put this in the bottom right corner. Although we do need to manage the animation here, so we need to do like a mouse image. Equals 0. Then we do like a mouse image speed. So we'd want this to do approximately once every 30 frames. So we would do 1 divided by 30. Yep. Actually, even better, I could just set this to be an image timer. Do image timer max, then we just set image timer to image timer max. Cool. Current image for the mouse indicator. Oh. We do X timer for switching the sprite. We'd have current timer switching the sprite. Okay. Cool. So then Alright, so how would I check this? So I guess it'd just be similar to here. I don't like having to repeat this twice, but... Okay. Maybe we should have a boolean just called text finished. So we have text finished equals false. And then we just check this up here. Set text finished to true. I believe that's the same. Yeah. So we'll just figure that out there. Yep. Okay, so then I could do mouse indicator. So we would draw a sprite. Mouse mini. Then I have to go find all the variables again. Just copy these for reference. Then we'd have... we need to find a new position. So I want it to be like the bottom right corner. So we do box X plus, what is it, like box width minus box padding. And then it'd also have to be minus however big the sprite is. Sprite get width. Okay, this is a lot. I'm gonna move this to calculation. Just so it's a bit more readable. Do... Yep, minus the padding, minus sprite get width. Divided by 2. Do this. Then we'd make one for the mouse Y. So then it would be box Y plus box height minus box padding minus sprite get height. And I believe that should all be good. Yep. Find icon X. Find icon Y. Oh, draw icon. We basically do if text finished. It's gonna be so derp when I finish. Yeah, hopefully. I mean, all of this is just to have like a little indicator, but yeah. I mean, I I feel like it's worth giving the extra time and effort to. If text finished, basically, I mean, really all of this should be inside an if text finished. It shouldn't, this shouldn't really show unless the dialogue is finished. Do mouse image timer minus minus, so it counts down the frames. Whenever you can afford flaming eye emotes, you're gonna be using them when you cheer me on. I really appreciate that. It's been really nice to me. I don't know. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Yeah. Then do if mouse image timer less than or equal to 0. Sort of reset it. Mouse image equals not mouse image. Which this is essentially just... You could only really do this in Game Maker, but I'm essentially... Like, Game Maker just lets you flip any number between 0 and 1 through this expression, which is pretty cool. Oh. Image between 0 and 1. And then reset timer. I think this should be good then. So then you would do this. Text is no longer finished. Reset mouse icon timer. Good. I'll just make this a bit more descriptive. Okay, that should be good to go now. I do like the bongers. There's a good emotes. Right, I need to go to an actual... I don't know if the Steam achievement audio comes through, but it is funny that it keeps doing it. Probably doesn't because it's the Steam overlay, but... Oh. Huh. Okay, so the game crashed. I think I know how I can fix this. Yeah, so we would just set text finish to be false by default. text is not finished by default. Okay. With that, I think this should all work a bit better. Tried messaging the guy who made it, but they never replied. You don't see the achievement, but it's funny to know that it's happening. Yeah. Alright. Now... Okay. This is a problem as well, I just realized. It still increments the score. Good thing I noticed that. And also, it's not actually showing the mouse correctly. Yeah, it doesn't do, like, the red flashing. That's kind of strange. Yeah, exactly. It doesn't have the red click. That's strange. Okay, let's look at that again. Oh, it's because I never got rid of this. So basically, I'm a dumbass. I had these up here as like a reference. They weren't actually meant to be part of the script. Honestly, I'm surprised that didn't crash anything. Goodie bags? They are not goodie bags, it is trash. I mean, maybe it is a goodie bag depending on how you look at it. Some people trash all goodie bags. Same thing, really. It looked like candy. I hate to break it to you, but it was in fact trash. That's actually an interesting idea, though. I could make that like a variant. Like a Halloween variant. I see that it actually does this now, which is good. Yeah. Yeah, this small screen has played you again, exactly. Yeah, for Halloween, exactly. This is good, though. This is looking pretty nice. So I do want to quickly... Yeah, big progress, exactly. So I do want to quickly fix the points issue. Like, I obviously don't want you to be able to endlessly get points. But I forget where I actually do that. Oh, I'm gonna have to look through all of my stuff. Because I don't think it's anything here. And this... Okay, so this would also have to be multiplied here. Or actually, I could just set this to be not... And not timer paused. Okay. But where do I put the points? So that means points is probably somewhere else. I believe it may be here, actually. Hmm. So I believe I'd need to look at this. Have to be obj underscore spawner dot. So we'd have to do this. Time here. So we no longer do the timer there. So then we'd have to check here as well. This is gonna be a lot of like stuff that I'm manually patching. Which sucks, but hmm. I think that should be fine, though. Yep, so then... Oh, accidentally. Okay. So yeah, it no longer increments the score, which is good. And it doesn't increment the progress on special recharge. So that's good. I guess I would still need to make it so that it doesn't allow you to use your special here. Because I feel like that would be kind of strange. I don't really want people to misclick and waste their special on the dialogue box. Yeah, exactly. I also want to make it so that there's a bit more indication when the boss is about to start attacking. Yeah. That should be pretty straightforward, but I do want to quickly write this down because I gotta head out in a second. But yeah. Um Alright. It's about bedtime for you. Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna head out for now then. Yeah, since you have to wake up early and all that. So I will be ending stream. Let me see if there is anyone I can raid though. Um Okay, I actually have an interesting raid target. So there is there's this cool VTuber called One Leaf, and she does like arts and crafts sort of stuff for like her online shop. She streams in Japanese though, which but she does speak a little bit of English, so the jealous I can raid. Do you not know how to raid? We'll be able to soon. I didn't know there was any like requirement for it. That's odd. Hmm. Oh, the default stops accounts younger than 30 days. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. I'm kind of a Twitch boomer, all things considered. My account's been around forever, honestly. Like what, since like 2013 or 2014 or something. You're at 26 days? Ah, that makes sense. But yeah, thanks for watching. I'll be back probably Saturday or probably Friday. Friday 1 a.m. GST is usually when I stream. So, yeah.